You know about the energy chaos in this country. I've talked about it, warned about it on this station for a decade. Now the Australian Energy Market Operator, or AEMO, has warned we face an electricity supply crisis over the summer. They say the situation is urgent. Now, AEMO is culpable in this. They're the ones who are supposed to make sure this doesn't happen. They're the ones scoffing at the warnings in the past, and they've been reassuring people. Now they say it's urgent. They never come on here for an interview. They prefer their mates at the ABC. But incredibly, like the Climate and Energy Minister Chris Bowen, their plan is for more of the same, just more renewables and transmission at huge expense.
Australia urgently needs to invest in transmission, in generation and in storage to back up the new renewable energy. The transmission that is laid out in AEMO's Integrated Systems Plan highlights the transmission that's needed over the next decade.
Yeah, sure. You know about the expense and the trouble getting wind farms and solar farms in place. You know about the expense and the trouble getting transmission lines in place. You know about the trouble with Snowy 2.0 and how expensive batteries are and how they don't store enough power long enough. You know all this because, along with others, we've been warning about this slow-motion train wreck for year after year. They will effectively double Australia's climate effort, double the targets of policies that have already cost us tens of billions of dollars in taxes, created price hikes and supply crises in our energy sector, and crippled and closed businesses around the country, forcing jobs offshore. No country has done more at greater cost to its economy on climate change than Australia. The idea we should double our climate and energy action without knowing the cost and knowing there will be no benefit is perhaps the most reckless policy prescription this nation has heard since we were told there would be no downside to scrapping the Pacific solution. If the energy crisis of the past couple of weeks hasn't woken up our politicians to reality, perhaps we'll have to wait for blackouts over the summer or next winter. When there's no power, the politicians won't be able to dodge reality any longer. This is going to get worse. This is going to hurt you. This is going to hurt the country. Blackout Bowen is leading the government and the country down a blind alley. Now, as you know, we are an energy-rich nation and we have decided to make ourselves energy poor. We used to have plentiful, cheap energy and now we have barely enough expensive energy of precarious reliability. It's just ridiculous, isn't it? You know this. You've seen all this unfold over many, many years. You've been saying the same thing. It is just national harm, national self-harm. And they haven't listened to anybody. Hundreds of billions of dollars, and this energy-rich country now has energy that costs too much and, of course, is in short supply. Yet just over a year ago, some people bought this.
Reducing power prices by $275.
By 2025, $275 a year.
$275 a year.
We'll get power prices down by $275 a year.
Look, surely the joke is on us. Prices have gone up by double what they were supposed to go down, and they won't go down anytime soon. We've got more coal in this country than almost any country on the planet. We've got more gas than almost any other country, and we've got more uranium than any other country. But we don't want to use any of them. We prefer to export them so that other nations can get stronger while we become a renewable energy basket case.